What fictional character do you absolutely hate? Gabe from Percy Jackson. Guy's abusive asshole, got everything he deserved. I read something that said shout out to Rick Riordan for straight up killing the abusive stepdad instead of trying to redeem him. Amen. Hell yes. Fuck that piece of shit. I absolutely loved when we find out that Sally used him for his stench to protect Percy. Bastard. Caleb from King of the Hill. Dusty old bones, full of green dust. That episode made me genuinely angry. Fuck him. There was a show on Nickelodeon called As Told by Ginger. The main character, Ginger, her best friend was named Dodie. Well, let me tell you, fuck Dodie. All she wants is to be popular and would slash and has backstabbed Ginger. Now the rich girl in the show, Courtney, was a bitch in her own way but throughout the series became friends with Ginger. She treated her better than her original friend Dodie. Courtney always had Ginger's back. The funny thing is that my favorite character in the show was Miranda, who was the biggest bitch ever. But she made it up with her bitchy hilarious attitude. Never forget that Dodie and Macy tried to break up Ginger and Darren, and Courtney was the one who told Ginger about it. She was a real friend. Yes. Fuck Dodie. God, I could never figure out why Ginger didn't drop her sorry ass after all those years. That little smart-mouthed kid with glasses from Polar Express. One of the most punchable animated faces of all time. Bob Ewell from To Kill a Mockingbird. Easily the most despisable villain of all time. Tcum is one of my favorite assigned reading books, and Bob Ewell makes me angry every time I read it. Fuck him. Also, fuck Mayella. She's the one that blatantly lied in court about Tom raping her. Fucking Vogler from House MD. He just used his economic power to gain social power in the form of being a board member of the hospital and didn't actually care about patients. And fucking Tritter. That son of a bitch put my teeth on edge for weeks. Maven Blackbriar from Skyrim. Little shit is corrupt and her mead tastes like Falmer piss. All my homies like Honning brew mead. She threatens to send the Brotherhood if I screw up. Bitch, I am the Brotherhood. I'm the one who killed the Emperor. Twice. Tywin from Deep Space Nine. She was the worst. The fact that Benjamin Sisko quickly started face-palming whenever he'd hear that she'd arrived on the station tells you just how much Tywin is annoying. The popular kids in Lilo and Stitch. That redhead bitch made me so mad. The Charmin bears. I don't want to hear a kid sing about his Australian dollars. Lotso from Toy Story is the bane of my existence. /fuck you Lotso. He turned Sunnyside into a living hell out of spite. That cowardly, Weasley, rat-faced looking, fucking little bitch Percy Wetmore from the Green Mile. Fuck that little shit. But bless Stephen King, one of his many gifts as a writer is he makes sure the bastard in the story gets it good so you can have that super delicious, primal satisfaction of seeing Old Testament-like justice served up. Oh my god, yes. Fuck that guy. When he didn't wet the sponge for the execution, that's peak hate for the character for me. The circus ringmaster from Atla, when Upper was kidnapped, and everyone else who was involved in that trade. Seriously, fuck anyone who messes with Upper. Wormtail. Dolores Thunder Cuntambridge for me. Edit, to the absolute legend who gilded me, thank you. This is the highlight of my 2020. Definitely not gelded. Dr. Mann from Interstellar. He was such a coward. Underrated comment. He sucked, and I think Matt Damon did a great job portraying a fallen idol/sniveling coward character. Nurse Ratched from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, a cold, heartless tyrant rather than the caregiver a nurse is expected to be. She's the personification of the dehumanizing effect of living under authoritarian rule. I guess there's a difference between characters you hate because they are well portrayed, exactly as the director intended, and characters you hate because they're just annoying you. Nurse Ratched and Tywin are both good examples of the former. I like that I hate them. Abigail Williams. Read The Crucible in high school and I still hate that bitch. It's Proctor's fault for having an affair in the first place, but man, does Abigail take shit too far for her own gain without facing consequence. At the end of the book, it says she apparently became a prostitute. Cyrus. That dick is fucked in the head. Fuck off, I've got work to do. 9mm, safety always off. Honestly, I think that Mr. Krabs in some of the later seasons was one of the most pretentious, selfish and borderline psychopathic fictional characters. How he tormented Plankton and abused SpongeBob's ignorance really infuriated me. Like he started off as your typical cheapskate boss, but he became such a dickhead later and his character really pissed me off. His cheap side was exaggerated and he became the character that forced Plankton into hiding at some point, can't remember the episode name. But what pissed me off the most is the fact that he always got away with it. Not to mention he gave up SpongeBob's soul for a couple of cents. Are you talking about the whale episode? Where he parades around as his daughter to scare Plankton into legit insanity. Dinkelberg. Mr. Turner likes this. See Timmy, this is where I'd put my trophy. If I had one. The mother figure in Tangled, Gothel. She reminds me of the worst traits of my ex-wife. The passive-aggressive comments and put-downs, with an I'm just kidding excuse behind it all. The manipulation and guilt trips, and elitism. I love a good villain, but this one hits too close to home for me. When you've seen that kind of attitude in real life, it is sickening to see being portrayed on TV. Great. Now I'm the bad guy. Yeah. You are? Gothel is awful. It also took me a long time to realize that anytime she shows any form of affection to Rapunzel, it's directed at her hair. Imagine having her as your mother. My jaw dropped the first time I saw Tangled. I thought, OMG, how could they have known my real mother and the sick mothering she did all my childhood years. General Quantrell murderer. Fuck him. He made me crave for Order 66 to happen to him. He's so awful that there are 2 subreddits dedicated to hating him. Vernon Dursley from Harry Potter, screw that guy. Yes. He's such a dick, but then he never wants him to leave until the 5th book. Never made any sense to me. The governor in the Walking Dead comics. I was physically angry reading those comics. The duck from the Duck song. For some reason Reddit loves him, but all he did was give that poor lemonade vendor a hard time. Like, he's a grown man selling lemonade. His life is already hard enough, so there's no need to be a dick. To be fair, in the sequels the duck introduces the man running the stand to his girlfriend. That has to be at least somewhat redeeming. Shutaka from FMA/FMA, Yes. Thank you. Fun fact, in the manga whenever a character dies, there's a clip at the end of the manga showing the character ascending to heaven. Even the homunculi went to heaven. Shutaka was the only character shown being ripped down to hell. This should be way higher. Sure, Umbridge can be very hateable, but Tucker probably did one of the most grotesque and disgusting actions out of all the mentioned fictional characters. Nazeem. I've been to the Cloud District, Nazeem. Never saw you there. Yup, I have definitely killed him a time or two. I used to hate him, but after I killed him in one of my games, I think that got my aggression out, and now I just think he's funny. Some other characters, though. Damn, I really wish Rolf Stonefist wasn't set as essential. I'm on PS4, so I can't set him to unessential. I would kill him in every single game. Sometimes I attack him anyway and just pay the bounty. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.